In this video, we're going to be discussing, do you need a degree or a computer science degree to get a job as a programmer? And this is a very big question for anyone who's just starting out in their career. So maybe you want to work as a software engineer, maybe you want to work on startups. So the question becomes, do you need to get a traditional degree in order to get that job? So let's look at some of the big companies out there like Facebook and Google. Now, many of these companies don't actually need a computer science degree to work as a developer for that company. Now, there is some merit in having a degree. So if you are just at the beginning of your career, so maybe this is your first job and you're trying to work for one of the big companies like Facebook or Google, or even any reputable company. So most of those companies will favor the person who does have the computer science degree or a similar related degree in that space. So they will favor anyone who has a degree in that space. And the reason for that is that it's a quick and easy way to see if that person is up to the right skill level for this job. So if you haven't had a lot of experience yet, so maybe you've just taken some online courses and learned how to write code, how to build web applications and mobile applications, then you can still get a job at a software firm. There is still the opportunity for you to find work. So you can still find a job if you can show that you have the skills to back up this position. So ultimately, they want to know that you'll be able to complete the work to a high enough quality to work in their company. So having a degree gives them a little bit more confidence that you're the right person to do that job. But if you have the portfolio to back it up, maybe you're self-educated in this space, maybe you've just taken online courses. So perhaps your resume that you're submitting is not that strong in terms of you don't have a degree or you don't have that much past experience. But if you have a portfolio that can show that you can do the skills and you have the skills that you're saying that you have, then that will very much work in your favor. Now, I've worked at many companies where having a degree in software engineering is not that important. And in fact, many of the developers I've worked with do not have such a degree. So many people have degrees in psychology or some completely unrelated topic, and they are very good at what they do. They are very good developers because they are self-taught, they're self-educated. So many people who get into software development and web development, they don't start from a traditional approach. Even for myself, I started learning to code at like 15 or 16 before I ever took any classes in web development or software development. So just a natural inclination to want to learn more, to explore how things work. I think that's how many people get started in this space. Now, having a formal education will definitely help you in the long term, but I think it's not a requirement in itself. And there are times when you will find that maybe some companies do require you to have this degree in software engineering or a similar related field. And in my case, that has been when I worked overseas. Now, when I worked overseas, it is normally related to having a visa. So the visa requirement is that you have this tertiary level education, this degree level education, but that's not specifically tied to the company itself. The company doesn't necessarily require you to have that degree. So that's a different use case or different edge case in my scenario. But for almost every company that I've worked with, whether on a freelance basis or a full-time basis or just a regular contract basis, I've almost never had this issue before where they've said, okay, you need to have this specific degree or you can't get the job. Now, I'm sure there are companies out there that do that and they have their own reasons for that, and it's probably due to the HR department in some way. So in many cases, if you see this degree requirement, it's normally coming from the human resources department. So they manage the staff and they have to ensure they get the right staff for the job. So they don't want to be hiring people and it doesn't work out and then they have to fire them later because it's such a big headache. So ultimately they are trying to take the safe approach and hire people that have the right qualifications. But in most cases, if you are really good at what you do and you can prove that you're really good at what you do, then a degree is really not a requirement at all. And if you've got the skills to back up what you're saying you can do, then and you have the portfolio to show it, then not having a particular degree really is not an obstacle at all. And you will find that you will still be able to get great jobs whether you have that degree or not. So this is just something that came up recently. Someone was asking me about this, and I thought it'd be useful to just create a video around this content. And make sure to drop a comment below and tell me if you have a computer science degree or similar, and if you've needed it to get a job in your field. So let me know in the comments below, and as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one.